Hi there, my name is Sean. Thanks for choosing this 30-minute strength and body weight class today, where we are going to focus on exercises throughout the body using a method I call ladders. So each time we do an exercise or a body part, when we focus on it, we're going to do it 3 times, and each time we do it, we will increase the number of repetitions. In between each set, we will do some stretches so that you can make sure you're ready to go for each one. So with that, you're going to need a resistance tube that's appropriate for your fitness level, a set of dumbbells, a chair, and then water. And I've been sweating quite a bit lately, so I have a towel. You may want to grab a towel to wipe off sweat, and you want to stay hydrated throughout the entire class. So have some water handy too. Feel free to stop whenever you need to. This class is all about you. We want you to feel successful. So with that, let me start the timer, and we will march in place. It's time to get the body warmed up. So what we're going to do first is a march and combine it with a heel dig to the front. So right here, let's change it to digs. Dig, and get those arms moving. It's a reach and a rowing position. So you reach and pull it back, keeping those elbows in narrow. 4, 3, now march for 8. March. Now heel digs. Same thing, march. We're just combining the two. March like you mean it and dig. Reach and pull that toe up to the ceiling. March. Now dig it out. Toes up, reach the arms out, and every time you pull, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Dig it out. Dig. Let's do that just a few more times. March. Digs to the front. And one more time. Here we go. Smile while you work out. This is good stuff. Whoops. Missed that one. And march it out. Okay, so for this one, we're going to toe tap. So just right and left. Tap the toes out to the front right here. Tap, tap. So we're going to focus on one side and then the other. So just hold the right tap out, right. Now, change that to 10 o'clock. So we just go out at an angle, 4, 3. Now go straight out to the side, 9 o'clock. Back to the front, and angle it out. And then we'll break it down just a little bit more. Side. We're going to do just 2 of each right here. 1, 2, angle, and out for 4. 4, 2, 2, out, and out, straight out to the side for 4. Other side, let's go, just the front. Now go out at an angle. Straight out to the side. Let's break it down. 2, 2, angle. Now 4 out straight to the side. You got it. Front 2, and angle. And straight out. You got this. One more time. And then we will combine everything. Straight out for 4. From the top, ready, let's march. Right. Now heel digs. Right tap front for 2. At an angle. Straight out for 4. Left side, straight out front 2. And angle. Straight out. That's it. March for 8. 8. Heel digs. Tap those toes, straight front 2. Angle. Straight out to the side. For 4, yeah, straight up left 2. Angle 2. Straight out 4. Okay, place the feet solid on the floor. Narrow squat, so the feet are right under the hip bones, and we do a narrow squat, down and lift. Arms go forward, reach back. Little stretch for the front of the body. Forward. 4. And then let's combine everything. 2. Now march for 8. 8. Heel digs front. Taps, right 2. Angle. Straight out 4. Left foot 2, front. And angle, and out for 4. Solid feet, squat. Down, lift, down, lift. Add those arms. Give me just a few more. 4, 3. We're going through the whole thing just one more time. Ready? March 8. Go. 8. Heel digs front. 4, 3. Tap right for 2. 2. Angle. Straight out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now left for 2. Angle. Out. Set the feet solid. Squat down and up. Forward and back. Now with a narrow squat, you may not squat down as far as you would if your feet were just a little wider than the hips. So there's a purpose. Make sure you squeeze the butt to come up and stand up all the way. You are done. March. Let's just do a big inhale and exhale. Keep those thumbs up as we lift. Exhale one more time. Lift. Now you need your dumbbells for the first exercise, so go ahead and grab those. And we are starting with big muscle groups. Lots of blood flow, increasing the body temperature will continue. We're doing squats, so you go ahead and put those dumbbells in the pockets and your hips right there. Your feet are slightly wider than your hips, toes are pointed out, and remember with a squat, you sit back in a chair. So a regular squat, first set is 12 reps. 12. Down and up. Make sure you sit back, keep your weight in your heels. Keep the chest lifted tall. Just 5 more. At the end, I want to hold it, okay? 3, 2, 1. Now down and hold. Isometric. Breathe. Breathe. Slowly come up out of it. You can set your weights down. And now we stretch real quick. So we have a lunge stretch. You want to tuck those hips under and feel a nice stretch in your hip flexor and quadriceps. For 3, 2, 1, and switch. So we get a ton of benefit out of this class with flexibility as well as the strength training piece because we're incorporating it with every single exercise. So lots of benefit. Tuck those hips underneath and release. Let's go to the second set. Okay, this time we are doing a wider squat, so even wider than the first time. Toes are out. We do 15 this time. Go. Drop and lift. Stand up all the way. Can you wiggle your toes for me? You don't want weight to go into your toes on squats because then you get unneeded pressure on that knee. Protect the knee. And every time you lift from the bottom up, you use the glutes, the back side to do it. Down. Yeah, 4. Come on. 3. And here's Molly. What's Dad doing now? Back to that exercise thing. Down and hold. Hold. And release. Okay. Set the weights down and let's do a stretch. Feet are on tracks, not a tightrope. Tuck those hips under and feel that stretch here. Now you can add an arm reach to it and add even more intensity to the stretch if you'd like. Switch sides. Now we're going to do that set one more time. Add the arm if you'd like, but take advantage of this stretching time. So good to stretch muscles when they're nice and warm. And release. Okay, we do 18 this time, and we're going into a narrow squat. So we did a regular, a wide, and then we go narrow, just like we did in the warm-up. 18 this time. Up the ladder, here we go. Drop and lift. Stand up all the way. Try and get all the flexion, all the bend out of the hips when you're at the top. Now stay with the music if you can. If not, you can certainly slow it down. Keep your eyes on the horizon. Chest is lifted. Shoulders rolled back and down. Technique, especially on this last set, you want to focus on. You might be getting a little bit tired. You have 2 more. 2, 1. Now go down and hold. Hold. Oh yeah. Flat back. Is your back flat? Or are you rounding? Flatten out the back, lengthen through the top of the head, and release. And one more opportunity to stretch here. So take your right foot back, drop down, tuck those hips under, and a nice stretch. Oh, yeah, reach if you'd like. Increase that intensity. How are you feeling? You should feel as though you're working at about a 5 or a 6 on the intensity scale of 1 to 10. You don't want to be up there in the 7, 8, 9 range. That's not what we're doing here. But if at the end of those 3 reps, you're starting to feel like it's getting up there to a 6, that's all right. And then we'll stop. We'll stretch, we rest, and then we'll come back and do another body area. And so now we're going to the floor actually with the band. And so you are going to sit on the floor for this exercise. And you're going to take the band and wrap it around the outside of your foot on each side, and just make sure they're even so you have the same length on both sides. And sitting up tall, we row 12 of them. Pull your shoulder blades together. Oh yeah. Whoo! Nice and strong movements for that upper body. It's all about moving those shoulder blades around your spine. 3 more. Just 1 more. And release. Now don't let them go. Don't take them off your feet because it's hard to set them up each time. All right, we're going to stretch the back of the shoulders. We just worked them. Stretch one side and then stretch the other. You got this. Second set. We go up to 15. Now, how were those first ones? Do you want to pull a little bit higher up on the band to make it harder? Increase intensity? Go ahead. 15. Here we go. Pull. So now I'm just making it a little more difficult. I made the bands a little tighter by choking up on the bands. Still sitting up nice and tall. Now on that lower part, you don't want to let go real fast. This is what you don't want to do. Stay tall and control that movement. Hey, Molly. What's going on here, huh? I don't do a ton of exercises on the floor, so when I'm down here, she likes to join me. I think that's 15 reps right there. So set it down and stretch. It's pretty cold here in Minnesota. Actually, negative 15 degrees today without the wind chill. And so we got her a little coat to wear when we take her outside. I don't know if she likes it or not yet. Last set. We have 18. Let's go. Sit up tall. Pull. Pull. Such an important exercise because of the issues that we have as we age with posture. These muscles in the upper back tend to get real weak and stretched out. So sit up tall and pull those shoulder blades together. In other words, I'll say it a little differently. Stick your chest out every time you pull. So open your chest for me. Open. Full 18 reps. Here we go. We have just a few more. Pull. Pull. 1 more. And you are done with those. Let's stretch them out. Okay, the next exercise, we don't need our band. We need our dumbbells. So it's a good time, since you have to switch, to get a drink of water as well as you put away. So carefully, turn around, put your band away, grab your dumbbells, a little bit of water. Feel free to stand up if you need to. Oh, that tastes good. Hydration's so important and key, so key for a healthy body, to sleep better, to function better, to prevent disease. Hydration is key. It helps keep inflammation down in the joints. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water, not just during class, but also just throughout everyday life. Okay, next exercise, we lay on our backs, okay? It's called a supine, or face up, chest fly. So we lay down and we go with a fly. So the elbows are slightly bent and we open them up, keeping your shoulders pressed down, and then we bring them back together. The key here is to really think about squeezing the middle of your chest to lift up those dumbbells. Ready? We have 12 of them. Get set, let's go. Out and in. Don't worry about the music. I'm actually slowing down a little more than the beat because especially on that way down, you want to take care of some tight muscles in your chest. You go too fast on these and you could be real sore tomorrow. Now, some soreness is not bad. It means you're obviously working those muscles, but you do want to protect them, and slow, controlled movements is key. So 12 reps this first time. We have one more. And stop there. Go down and hold. So you're about 3/4 of the way down, keeping your shoulders pressed down away from your ears. Okay, and go ahead and set those down and come up to a seated position. And we stretch the chest now that we just worked it. So try and reach your hands behind you and open the chest. Lift up tall, tall and strong. Oh, that's a nice one. You should feel it in your shoulders and your chest muscles, especially if you lift and try and open the chest. Take your time here, breathe through it. We are not in a rush. Okay, we're setting up for our second set. Now, instead of a fly this time, we're doing a chest press. So slowly roll it down, and the dumbbells go up over the chest, and we're bringing them down as we bend our elbows to 90 degrees, and our elbows shouldn't touch the ground. So they almost touch, and then we come up. Now, the reason I don't want you to touch the ground before we get started here is because it'll take tension out of the muscles, and I want you to stay under tension as much as possible while we do these. So light grip on the dumbbells. We have 15 reps this time, still working the chest in front of the shoulders. Again, don't worry about the music. All the way up. You can bring those dumbbells together. Squeeze the middle of the chest every time you lift. So you push, exhale, and squeeze the chest. Keep breathing. Press them all the way up. How about those shoulders now? Are they starting to drift up towards your ears? Keep them pressed down. One more. And now let's come down halfway and hold. Hold halfway. You've got this. Molly's cheering you on. You got this. And release. Set the dumbbells down and come up to a seated position so we can stretch again. So let's open the chest, take your hands behind you, and lift up the chest. Nice and tall. Oh, that feels good. Whew. Big stretch, breathe through it. Okay, we have one more set. We're going back to the flies. Roll it down slowly. Controlled and ready. Here we go. Open and then squeeze the chest, bring them back together. Breathe through this. You want to exhale on exertion. So this is the most amount of reps. 18 repetitions this time. Positive part of this, well, there are many positives, but one of the things you can think about that make you smile maybe, make you feel like, oh, I can do this, is we're laying on our back. So very few muscles are working here. We're really just focusing on that upper body, chest in front of the shoulder region. The rest of the body's relaxed, except your core. I do want you to try and keep your core engaged. So pull that belly button up into the ribs, in and up into the ribs, so everything stays tight. Now down halfway and hold. Just hold it there. Breathe through this. You've got this. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the dumbbells into the chest. You can set those to the side and slowly come up to a seated position. Now the next exercise that we're doing is a plank. So it's a total body exercise, but really focuses on the core. And it's a face down. So we've been face up. Now we go to what's called prone or face down. And we do an exercise that is so good for so many parts of the body. Now the first time through, we hold it for 25 seconds. Second time, 30. The third time through, we hold it for 35. At any time, you can absolutely drop to your knees, but let's set this up. Your hands are right under your shoulders, so make sure they're not super wide. Put them under your shoulders, and you can come down to your knees at any time, but our goal is to get our butt out of the air, all right? So here we go. 25 seconds. I'm watching my watch here. Everything's tight. Squeeze your butt. Press your shoulders down. Squeeze your thighs. Pull that navel in and up into the rib cage. You might start to shake. If you're doing this right, you only have a few seconds left. Ready? 3, 2, and lower the one knee and then the other. Come up and rest. Woo! Might have felt some work in the back of the arms. The chest as you're holding. You can open, swing those arms forward and back as we rest. Now the second one's just 5 seconds longer. So we're working our way up, challenging ourselves a little bit more each time and really developing that body, making it stronger. I love this method of strength training using the ladders. Okay, ready? Let's set it up. Hands underneath, right underneath the shoulders. One foot goes out and now the other. Now our goal is to have a straight line from the top of our head down to our heels. And then squeeze your butt, squeeze your thighs, press your shoulders down, pull that navel up and into the rib cage. If you need to come down to your knees, just keep your butt out of the air. I'm coming down with you for a few seconds, and you have 10 seconds left. Can we go back up? Come on. You've got this. 3, 2, and 1. Lower one knee, and then the other. Wow. Shoulders might be getting tired. That's normal. You have one left. You can do this. Let's move those arms. Stretch a little bit. Open. Forward. Let me stretch the back of the shoulders a bit. Whew. Breathe. A few shoulder rolls. And this time, our last one, we do for 35 seconds. Okay? So commit to this. A lot of this is mind over body, mind over matter. And you can do it. So let's challenge ourselves and try and get the full 35 seconds in plank. Okay? Hands under the shoulders, setting it up. Ready? 35 seconds and go. One foot and then the other comes off. You can drop one knee too if you need to. If you need to drop both, that's okay. But try and stay as strong as you can. Again, squeeze the butt. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Press those shoulders down. You have 10 seconds. Come on. Hang on. 2 and 1. One knee comes down and then the other. All right. Well, my body temperature sure is up after that one. Wiping the sweat off here a little bit. Go ahead and get some water. Be hydrated. We're going to stay on the floor for a few stretches before we stand up and end class. Tastes good when it's nice and cold. Okay, so I'm turning to the side again. Take your time, we're not in a rush. First stretch is going to be chest. So now we're moving into our cool down. You guys are at the end of your workout. End of the workout already. So sit up tall, take your hands behind you, and we open the chest. And release. Now you can extend your legs or you can cross them, whatever's comfortable for you. I'm gonna actually turn towards you. Done enough of the profile. We go forward and let's keep our thumbs up here and reach behind us. Opening that chest. Now if you can take your hands and try and touch your fingers behind you, great. If you can't go there, that's fine. Something to strive for. Release. Let's do it again. Lift and open. Go behind a little further if you can. Now if you want to lean back and lift through the chest. It's another way to stretch nice and big, like we did when we came out of those chest flies and the chest press earlier. Go ahead and sit up, relax, roll those shoulders. Let's do this one more time. Nice deep breathing. As we end class here, lower the body temperature, take advantage of flexibility, warm muscles, open and lift through the chest. And release. Okay, next exercise, we come to a kneeling position. Now, I do want you to know, if this is too much for your knee, you can also do this in a standing position. So I'm going to start with kneeling, and we lean forward and open that hip flexor and quadricep and reach. So if you have a mat, great. I'm on carpet. It's much easier. Now, if that's too much for your knee, you can certainly come up, and we go to that stretch that we did at the very beginning of class. Big reach. So you choose. Breathe through this, release, let it rest for a moment, and then we go back down into it. We're going to do that a couple of times. And release. This time a little deeper. Come on, come with me. Big reach up. Squeeze that cheek on the left side and tuck your hips under. You'll feel a nice stretch there. And release. Bring the feet together, and we switch sides. So again, you can be kneeling if you'd like to, or standing position. But what's really key is when you get into the position, tuck your hips under to really open that hip flexor and stretch the quadricep, and that reach of the arm will intensify it. And release. I'm going to stand up for my next two. Just release and ready. We go back down. And release. One more time. Reach up. Drop your lowest one, your third one. Each time, we're hoping we can get a little further as our body trusts us. And it's nice and warm. And release. Okay, a little bit of balance work here as we end class standing. Going to cross the right foot over the left into a figure four and sit back to stretch the hip area and the thighs, lift through the chest, and challenge our balance. So the chair is there. I don't want you to grip it real hard, but just place a finger there. Place a fingertip, just so it's there. Release, and go down into it again. A little further this time. Now, if you can do this without holding on, make sure your back's flat, lift through the chest, release, and we go down into it one more time on this side. Still in the cool down. And release. Other side. Taking advantage of a body that says, oh, wow, you've done great things for me. I'm ready to stretch. So stretch we do. And release. Second time. Let's go a little bit deeper if you can. Such a nice stretch for the hip area. And to challenge our balance a little bit. Release. One more. Down and hold. Can you go a little further to finish this? Still lifting through the chest. Our back is still flat. And come up and release. Okay. Just swing those arms forward and back, nice and light. Bring them down to your side. And together, let's inhale and exhale. Big deep breaths. Let's go in through the nose and lift the arms. And then exhale through the mouth. Arms all the way down. Big inhale, lift, smile. Even if it's fake, it's okay. You can fake yourself to being happy. Did you know that? By making the muscles work in the face and smiling, even if you don't want to, you can trick the mind into thinking you're happy. And it does make a difference. Science and studies that show it. Big exhale. One more time. Here we go. Big inhale. Through the nose and exhale. I cannot thank you enough for joining me today for this 30-minute strength and bodyweight class. And I hope you can make it back to a class again real soon. Until next time, again, my name is Sean. Have an absolutely wonderful day. Bye-bye.